Yes, it will, and it will be between our two players here, the first of whom is spawning up in the top right-hand corner as the pink Zerg representing Storm Gaming, EnDerr.
And the Protoss player in the bottom left-hand corner, currently down one game in this best of 5. It is 1-2. It is the green Protoss player representing Team Extreme Supremacy. Believe. Did I get it right? I'm just making sure. Team, Extreme Supremacy. What? What?
Get the name of that team down eventually.
Yeah. I just looked to make sure. Extreme Supremacy. That's it.
Cool.
Oh, I get it. The bars on each side. I understand what you're saying now.
They're brackets, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got you. All right. To start off, this is cross spawn positions. Now, can you get horizontal spawn positions? I think you can, right? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think they're any spawns. Cactus Valley. All the 4-player maps this season are all spawn, which is interesting.
Yeah, I feel like that's from. I mean, there's a couple seasons where they're kind of playing with it, and they probably decided, you know, this is good as long as it's not something like Deadwing or Iron Fortress, where the thirds are just so close.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, most maps are okay. There's other things where there's weird paths. I actually think Inferno pools should have no horizontal spawn positions because the natural to natural rush distances makes things a bit wonky. But I think a lot of things about Inferno pools, and obviously somebody at Blizzard disagrees with me. So,
oh man, like why would they disagree with you? You're the best Brit I know.
How many Brits do you know?
I actually know a couple.
Oh, wow.
As I said that,
wow.
I know 4. No, 5. I know 5. All right.
Well,
okay, to
honored.
start this off, EnDerr. Wait, what?
Well, I feel honored.
Yeah, I mean you're in my top 5, bro. That's like when someone's like, we're in the top 20 pediatric something. That means you're 20th. You know what I mean?
We're in the top 23.
23rd. All right, Probe goes up into the main of EnDerr. Will get pushed back by Lings, but I mean, he sees what he wants to see. Nothing on gas. I mean, maybe you'd want to confirm the other gas, but generally that's not something that you really see here. Probe will be taken out, and on the other side for Believe, he will be doing a Forge Fast expand. Actually, I've been seeing this more lately actually on this map. A Gateway expand into just the Forge holding there. Maybe if you need a cannon, you can defend, or purely just I need to build something and the Gateway's not done. Let's build a Forge.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you want the forges anyway at some point for your upgrade. So if Believe wants to go into upgrades pretty quickly, the forge is kind of the best way to do it. Because that's the
wait, what?
Upgrades. Yeah,
there's totally a hole there.
No, this is a really tiny choke on Cactus Valley. This is nice though. Actually, we haven't talked about this. EnDerr's going for a really aggressive build here. This forge is going to be absolutely vital for Believe, but the Cybernetics core could actually be broken down before it finishes. No, I think the cannon's going to get done, but
no, there'll be no. The Zealot is enough to push back these 3 Lings, especially when one is so low. The Natural is starting to get there is drones now starting to go down to the Natural, and 1 gas only for Believe. Now he's a little bit scary on gas only because he has had to push out that early Zealot, but because of this Forge Cybernetic score wall he has. But it'll be really interesting to see what he moves into. I almost want to say maybe you'd save up for some sort of Phoenix Colossus build, but then again, I mean, he does not have enough gas to actually show his hand yet.
No, not just yet. EnDerr, on the other hand, is going to be showing his hand pretty rampantly quite soon. There's a few Lings move in. He's got speed now, and he's just shown it to Believe. But now a lot of Lings moving in, trying to focus down this force field. There's no Focus Overcharge yet. There's no Mothership Core yet. So this Cybernetics core is going to be in critical position pretty soon. Believe has to block it off, and that's going to be a tall order, but EnDerr has to back off for now. He's trying to chrono boost out Warp Gate as well. If that gets cancelled, that will be a big blow. But EnDerr's going to have to move in soon if he wants to actually take that down.
Yeah, I completely agree. He cannot let the shields get up too far, but if he can take that down, he can surround this zealot and possibly even go through it if he can take this down. Probes are being pulled here to defend, and they will be in time. They will be in time there with the mothership core, but that cybernetics core was killed, and it was not actually canceled. Or sorry, gateway was not canceled right there. So a little bit of a gas deficit, but it did give Believe time enough to get out one sentry. Now this sentry needs a much better position though, and the second cybernetics core is down. It's good that Believe did not cancel that second one once the Lings pulled back. He knew he needed that. But on the other side, EnDerr's on 3 bases, and when EnDerr's on 3 bases, he pushes hard and he's aggressive, and this is going to be scary, especially with the sentry on the high ground, or in the main.
Yeah, Ling's attacking everything in this wall right now, and Photon Cannon, a second reinforcement one is being built here. But if this Photon Cannon goes down, there'll be so much on this forge here. Believe is committing hard to trying to defend this, and he absolutely has to. The Zealot in the wall has gone down. The Photon Cannon, the last thing he can attack here.
Oh boy.
And not quite able to break through there again, but EnDerr, he doesn't have any more Lings on the way. This is the end of EnDerr's aggression, and Believe has held and has done so very, very nicely, losing very little in the process.
Believe has 10 more workers than EnDerr here. EnDerr is on 3 bases, but he's stretched very, very thin. We've seen from Believe in previous games lots of Warp Prism aggression. I'd love to see him do that again, and I think he could do that quite... Why is he just... Oh, he's killing... Okay. Killing his own. Pylons there just to be able to get through, but I feel like we're seeing Believe go Twilight. I think Twilight and Robo would work wonders in this position and how he's playing, especially much more economy, but I'm kind of curious, do you think he's going to take a 3rd base, or just try to push across the map? He's no scouting though, by the way. He's not scouted his opponent's 3rd.
He hasn't seen anything. I think I think the 3rd base is going to go down here. Believe he's played pretty much the same way every single game, so I don't see any reason for him to vary from that now. And yeah, with Warp Gate finishing up, he can warp in a few more sentries. Yeah, he'll be able to warp in 2 sentries in quick succession. As this one finishes from his gateway, he'll turn that into a Warp Gate and warp in another sentry. So yeah, he can do the same thing he's done all the other games. Get Blink up, get up to +2 attack, get tons and tons of sentries, and then just push across with loads of sentries and Blink Stalkers.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think that's great, especially with Blink. And yeah, he's putting on those gateways right now. He's showing his hand, going for the 3rd base, and I think that's good. Expand when you attack, always a good rule to follow. Now, EnDerr does have a couple Lings kind of scattered across the map here to see what he can see. And actually, sorry, Overlords. But I'm not sure if he'll be able to defend. And on EnDerr's side of the map, he's going up to Lair. Yes, he does have a Roach Warren to get out units if he needs to, and the double Evo Chamber, but he's playing it... I fear he's playing it a little bit too greedy, but then again, he does have a lot of map vision, so he can pump out as many roaches as he needs to if he needs to.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting. I mean, when he does start pumping out... Oh, actually, he's going for a melee attack upgrade, so it looks like he's going to go for more melee... Okay, this is interesting. Melee and ranged attack upgrades. Very, very aggressive here. Coming out from it. Especially
since he only has 2 Evo chambers, so he also can't go for armor.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Without that armor, the Zealots are going to be... Any Zealots from Believe are going to be chewing through his Lings. But Believe so far hasn't actually shown any kind of great predilection towards Zealots. So I think this is actually pretty nice. The Lings are going to do really, really well, especially with their +1 attack upgrade versus the Stalkers. Stalkers don't really get much from attack upgrades versus Lings. Once they're on +2, they take like one fewer shot to kill them, but they're still not very good. These sentries, though, they are just going to be great. Nice little run by here from EnDerr. It's going to take out quite a few drones here, or probes even. And yeah, now that it all gets pulled, and EnDerr still does...
He's trying to attack, but just not enough probes.
Yeah, the probes all grouped up. Still, fair bit of damage done there. A few taken down, and Believe is starting to push forwards, though. And this is where it gets a bit dicey. EnDerr has to hold this, and it's going to be a tall order.
EnDerr is getting out 10 more roaches. He would be out 27 roaches when this attack hits, and yeah, I believe kind of decided maybe I don't want to run into this. I think he could if he really tried hard with these force fields, especially with Blink. He's in a fantastic position. I'd like to see a Robo for him, but we do see the Robo down but not producing. He is going in for the attack. No Observer though to deny this creep, and EnDerr just setting up the perfect concave right here. But EnDerr is 0 upgrades, while Believe is actually at 2 attack again and again and again. Believe has been so far ahead in upgrades, and he's got a little bit of a window here he can attack when EnDerr does not have 1-1, but it's going to close in about a second.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tougher. Believe is moving forwards here. EnDerr trying to set up as good a concave as can, but that can turn against them very rapidly with the force fields of Believe if they just cut off half the concave and leave the other to die against all these stalkers. But We'll see here, Believe throwing down the Guardian Shield is looking for an attack angle. And as he goes forwards, cuts off a lot of these roaches. Very, very nice. Gonna kill a few of them. Just whittling the army down. He can absolutely afford to do that with all these sentries. The NG, those force fields are a tiny fraction of his sentry NG. And some more force fields. He's going to try and cut off this army again. And we'll do a pretty good job of it. Two time warps go down as well. And as that War Prison comes in, it's actually not going to be focused down by those Hydralisks at all. Blink Forwards goes onto these Hydralisks. They're without the roach tanking. They are very, very flimsy against these Stalkers with +2 attack. The sentries alone more than able to fight roaches with a force field support, and they are all going to go down. EnDerr, the drone pull. It's too late though. His army has all gone down. Another lot of force fields ensure these drones kill not even one sentry, not a single sentry. All the drones gone down without killing a single unit. EnDerr's few paltry reinforcements coming in from the bottom, and it looks like Believe has taken third base and with it the game.